Okay, what you're going to do today is you are going to create 3 custom actions that will help improve the look of your photo. It'll be a nice beginning to a workflow that you can do when you don't want to do a large one such as touch of color. What you'll do first is obviously open a photo in Photoshop, and then you'll need to open up your actions, and down here you're going to want to create a new folder or new set and name it My Actions or your name actions, whatever you want to do. Press OK, and then you're going to create a new action. Just click on this, and we're going to name this one 3LCC. So 3LCC. Press record, and then we're going to start off by creating what is called an S-curve. So you go up to layer, and you're going to go down to new layer adjustment, and you're going to click on curves and press OK. We'll rename that later. And you're going to create a nice gentle S-curve, and you're going to start kind of right here where this box starts, and just pull that up just a little bit. As you can tell, the more you pull it up, the lighter your image gets. You don't need a huge curve to this. A nice small one works. You can pull it straight up, whatever looks good here. Then you're going to come down close to this intersection, and you're going to pull this one down. Notice it's starting to darken my photo. So my darks get richer and my lights get brighter. A nice slight S-curve works really well. You don't want to pull it down too dark. You don't want it to look like that. So we'll put it right about here. Obviously, I just did what looked right for this photo for this one. And remember, this is going to be caught in the action. However, you can always go in and adjust it for each individual photo. Okay. Then what we're going to need to do next is create another S-curve. But before that, we're going to want to rename this layer, because we want to know what layer this is, especially when if we need to go back in and do something. So we're going to name this S-curve. And hit enter. I just double clicked right on the name in the layers palette. Now we're going to go up and we're going to create another layer adjustment. Now, the first time we went up to layer, you can also go down to your layers palette and click on this half circle. If you click on that, you can go down and do a curves as well. We're actually just going to leave this one plain, and we'll go back in and adjust that. It's going to be our color correction one where we can go in and change if there's too much red or green or blue in the image. So we'll just go in here and we'll do color correction so we know which this one is. And we're going to create one more layer adjustment, which is another one, another curve, and this is going to be our vignette. And what we're going to do is we're just going to go straight to the middle, and we're going to pull this down, darkening it. Now, obviously, this doesn't look very good. We're going to do a layer mask on top of that. Okay. Then we're going to click back on layers. We're going to hit D for default, make sure our colors are defaulted over here. So we have black and white, just like that. Making sure that I didn't click on anything, so your layer mask should automatically be selected. So I'm just going to go Command Delete, or excuse me, Option Delete. There we go. Excuse me, Command Delete. And it'll fill it in, and now it doesn't look like anything happened to it. So we're going to go back in and adjust that. Now, if we have some reds that we want to get rid of, we can do that from here. But we're done essentially with this action. So we can just close this, go back into our actions, and press stop. And now we have this action that we can run each time we open up a photo. Now I can go in and customize this with the action not running. I can go into my layers. If I want a nice soft vignette or darkened edges, I can go in with my brush. Used a soft round brush. Up this so it's nice and big. Making sure cap locks is not on. If cap locks is on, you get this, or you don't want that. Then you can brush in a dark edge so you have a nice vignette to it. Okay. There are other ways you can do that. I can Control Z that. I can do a gradient tool to that and choose the round gradient. Pull my line there, making sure my black's on top actually. When I do that, so the gradient looks like this, and then I can click and pull, and now I have a nice gradient, a nice vignette there. If I want to color correct, if I want to get rid of the reds in Hadley's face, I can double click right here, and now I can go in to the drop down, click on red, then I can adjust the overall red. Notice the more I pull down, the greener it gets. I don't want to adjust that too much. I can also go in and adjust the green then. I can up the green, I can lower the green, I can create an S-curve with that if I wanted to. I can click auto, see what that does. Obviously it makes it pretty red. I would have to go back in and adjust that. That is how you do the layer adjustments to fix the color. So that is the first action and how you customize that to meet your photo. Remember, you can always go in and adjust any of these curves for any of the photos. If you want to lighten things up, if you want to darken things up, if you want to get rid of that S-curve, you can do that.